This morning we are taking you live to the Gulf Coast where Hurricane Michael is just hours from making landfall. This dangerous storm still gaining strength this morning. It's now a Category 4 hurricane. Right now you're looking at Panama City, Florida. You can see this camera again. It looks like it's possibly starting to get wet and the wind is howling. We know that this storm is about 90 miles southwest of Panama City right now, and it is headed straight for that area. Michael is expected to bring strong winds, heavy rain, and life-threatening storm surges with it. Hundreds of thousands of people in the area have been asked to evacuate. Nicole Killian, though, shows us why some people are choosing to stay behind and ride out this powerful storm.
Beaches along the Florida Panhandle are empty after thousands of people evacuated ahead of Hurricane Michael.
If you're under evacuation order, listen to it. Leave now.
Some residents are ignoring those orders, saying they've been through worse.
People jump and run, and and they should do that. But we've just been through so many that we're comfortable staying, so we're going to. And we've got enough food and generator, gas.
Stanley West owns the Riverside Cafe in St. Mark's. He typically reopens right after a storm passes, like he did earlier this year after Alberto.
We've been cooking the whole time.
But he's more concerned about Michael.
This one is just one that just really we're not going to take a chance on. We've usually get skirted by.
Most businesses have boarded up, hoping it's enough to stop a storm surge that could hit 13 feet.
Just a little nervous, so I figured I better put a little extra effort into it and try to feel a little more comfortable.
First responders from around the country are on their way here to help. Many of them were in the Carolinas just last month for Hurricane Florence.
No matter how hard they've been beat down and worked, if another storm's coming or another national emergency arises, they step up to the plate.
Michael is expected to hit the Carolinas as a weakened storm tomorrow.
This morning, authorities are telling those in the path of Michael to be on alert. From Florida to the Carolinas, officials are pleading for residents to heed the warnings.
In the past, we've had a lot of storms that turned out to not be that big a deal. And so, people get complacent. But this one, we are directly in the path. We've been on the edge of several over the last few years. This one, we're right in the path. So my advice to the people that are now staying, that, once the winds get over 50 miles an hour, our first responders, police, fire, they're not going to be able to get to you. So hopefully you've got enough water and food and stuff to take care of yourself.
I know people are fatigued from Florence, but don't let this storm catch you with your guard down.
Well, as people choosing to stay there make those last-minute preparations for this storm, the typically populated Florida Panhandle looks more like a ghost town than anything this morning. In many areas, those store shelves are empty. People are loading up on supplies, food, and water, not knowing how long it's going to take for these evacuations to be lifted, how long it's going to take for the storm to pass, and how long it will be before power is restored to the area. Now, this is a look at a rescue facility in Panama City, Florida. It will be open today for people who do need a place to stay while they wait out this hurricane. Volunteers there will also be providing food and water to those who need it. Well, our Sinclair sister stations are on the ground this morning across Florida as Hurricane Michael gets closer. Head to idahonews.com for the most updated information, including live pictures as the storm makes landfall. Now would also be a great time to download our mobile app if you haven't already. Throughout the day, we'll be sending you updates straight to your device.